about Happy Feet lineup a little. You know, it's more like the ex-Mineski and some top players in Philippines gathering up and play as a Happy Feet. Middle lane is gonna be Ben. Ben's actually from Malaysia, I think. And bottom lane, Julz playing hard carry with RR as his supports. Dual mid lane, Witch Doctor and Invoker dealing with the Slark and Lena. Yacht playing Axe spinning around. As I told you guys, that Axe got very high win rate yesterday in our Summit 7. So better gotta trying to shut down this Axe. Yacht. Bottom lane trying to harass that side. He was a little bit too brave. I think he didn't know that 3 heroes is waiting to gank him down. Desi is right here, Citrine Crutch, and that's the first blood. It's always the same problem to side. Sometimes I think he's a little bit too cocky and too confident. So that he gotta pay it off. But yeah, I think he got some philosophy that he rather die instead of not getting levels. I think he thinks it's more worth it that way. Now Yard, side coming in trying to harass that Axe out. Now he being chased by the Axe instead. Axe moving forward with 290 movement speed while side trying to walk away with 305. Is fine. Ben is right there. Try has been fight. Doctor, side. Still level 1 trying to cover up his mid laner. Jabs already level 3. Spectre by Black. One of the most important thing when you play Spectre is your item orders and also your item choice. In this case, I think at Spectre, jump down! A Primal Spring by XY trying to scare that Axe away. I mean, in this case, I think Black would go for it. If he having hard game or hard lane in early games, he might go for something like Vanguard first. Now let's take a look at this one. Axe trying to help his teammate by throwing some Spectral Tracker. But there's nothing much you could do about that. That's the weakness of Spectre. In early game, he can't do anything. All he can do is just throwing Spectral Dagger to slow for his teammate, but that's all he can. Primal Spring comes out. That XY already level 2. He doesn't have the Boundless Strike yet. Fighting for the body rune. It was side who picked it up. Slark on his way to a Ring of Aquila on Power Trade. Yeah, one thing I noticed about our audio system is when someone buys an item, it's so loud. Sorry about that. Take a look at the graph. Happy Feet ahead in terms of golden, XP and earn. It's quite a good start for Happy Feet. If I were Faces, if I were Black playing Spectre, this game I might go for something like a Vanguard first. But yeah, he might just go straight to a drum. Drum is not a bad idea too, increasing HP and also movement speed and some damage. Now at the bottom lane, this guy's as a tree. Not sure Ben know about the trees or not. Jump down, Primal Spring, maybe Ballet Strike. He doesn't have a Ballet Strike. It's gonna be quite hard to gank anyone without that half a second stun. Top lane Spectre. Bottom lane Julz got a free farm over there. Seems like Ice knows that Triple Ice know that he cannot just farm in front of that Julz. The Slark. He rather farm in NC. Shockwave. Jab's item I kinda like that. He went for some small item first, you know. Didn't try to rush his hand item. He went for a magic wand and especially that one. His full range drop can save a lot of lives. Kinda surprised that Spectre is actually the highest net worth hero, not a Slark. Be an urn first. The full damage Spectre. Side 3-3 crush. One decision crush would be able to kill him. Got him, but they get into a little bit too deep. But here comes Sunriser's hit that Sandy Julz. Dropping quite low, but no problem. Slark with the infuse raindrop as well. Why? Dark Pact Pulse, he hit that XY, and here comes Ballet Strike, throwing in the paralyzing cast. But RR coming in, dropping quite low for XY, trying to find some trees to jump on. But he died before Horn for the first time in this game. Sunrise just finished off that Julz. Spectre already horned up, he doesn't have any mana to use another Spectral Dagger, so all you do is gonna go in and slash. Some Desolate is gonna hit him extra damage. Oh no, Black down. He kind of traded his life with the support though, but in the end, it was the 1-5 for Team Faces. Finish all 3 heroes of Team Have Fun. No, I mean not have fun, I mean happy feet. Alright, sorry about that. Lot with invisibility played by Jesse Wedge. You know that Jesse Wedge has been away from the competitive scene for a while, to being a coach for Team Mineski. Now it's time for him to start something by his own. Here we go. Jesse Wedge, now he found XY calling teammates. They're quite far away. Dodge, but no blink dagger. Everyone, just take the bottom lane strike on side. Take a look on top. Two Curling Blade by Team MHP. Counter that Primal Spring down, but nice dodge by the Ben. Ben dropping quite low. Laguna Blade finished off that XY. Just one hit away. Ben got away. It seems like Jab trying to go in, but he is going to trade his life for that. Shooting down by the tower. RR also teleport down. Jabs. Very nice coming in and saved by the supports of side. Give double kills to FL Jabs. Meanwhile on top. Here comes the monkey. Died 3 times already for XL Monkey. Ballet Strike. And Spectral Dagger trying to slow down that Axe, but Axe is already level 8. He's quite tanky. Using Berserker Call and spinning around. That's why I say first 2 pick Axe and Slark is quite strong, man. It's like Team Happy Feet got 2 initiators while Faces only have 1 real initiator, which is Magnus. Chrysomaden. Ben on his way to a Bloodstone for Lina. 7-5 game score. Now gather up 3 heroes on the bottom lane. One go XY, nice there, ready, jump in for the power of Dark Pack for the Julz. Here comes the first RP in this game and team up with the Sunstrike, but it didn't hit. However, it was enough damage to take down that Julz, the hard carry of Team Happy Feet. XY, pretty good zoning. Keep jumping on a tree, causing fear around Team Happy Feet heroes. Oh, dodge that violent strike. Dodge 2 skill at the same time by RR. Look at that fancy footwork. Stings like a bee. And look at that. Frostbite coming out and Julz finished off the target. Skill will already been used, but Yard using the Berserker Call on a high ground, but he missed the target, dropping quite low. Now he possibly Arcane in order to get more mana. Stuck in a Slithering Crutch, being dark packed by the Julz, and it's a double kill for that Slark. Only 1 kill away from the first 10 kills. Team have fun if you, hey, what is the first 10 kills? If you kind of wonder what it is. Oh, wait, take a look at that one first. 9-7. Yeah, you can actually guess who is going to get the first 10 kills in EGB.com. One of the best result guessing website around here. You know, very trustworthy, reliable. Check it out, man. Kinda cool. Doing great for Team Happy Feet in the first game of the series. Taking the lead, but not so far. Around like 1.5k. Network ahead. Chrysomaden with the front view making 1. Whole team smoked by an axe. Slark doesn't have a blink dagger yet. I think it's quite slow. But the fact that he playing position 4, well, we gotta understand him. Ben. Say hi to all the guys in the chat room. Thank you for tuning in. How was your Friday? You know, thank God it's Friday. What's your plan on the Friday night? If you doesn't have any plan, we should stick to this tournament because the match right after this is going to be Team Fnatic versus Team TNC. Man, it's gonna be awesome for sure. Fnatic TNC with a new lineup of Fnatic has been scrimmed for only 3 days. Let's see the results of that 3-day scrims of the new Fnatic. Playing against one of the best teams in the region, TNC. Black, the creep wave pushing in the tower. Wow, in the middle. Oh, almost missed that kills, and Julz got a killing spree. Get rid of the killing spree of the Japs as well. Dropping quite low for Jesse Wash, only around 30 HP. Died because of the Violet Strike. Howard shooting at the Monkey King. Can they get something out of that? Blink in and Berserker calls on 2. Side, dropping quite low, but he's still alive with his Voodoo Restoration. Yacht. Violet tries to stop that app from moving forward. Skewer. Ben just doing some Dragon Slave and Julz in the middle of the fight. 3 down for Team Faces. Nice shadow dance. 12-9, and they know the Spectre is still inside behind the tower. They might considering a dive. Pop the smoke. Back to the middle. Getting closer and closer for the blink dagger for Jesse West. Maybe right after this tower. Julz with the Shell Blade and on his way to an Echo Saber. Pretty good farm compared to Spectre. Spectre is gonna go straight to a Radiance. Well, with this rate of farming, he should get his Radiant around like 20 minutes. And meanwhile, his teammate doing good. Get rid of that Slaughter in the middle lane. Slow down his blink dagger for a while. Axe gonna need a blade mail to operate. It's not that tanky enough. Balance strike comes out. Seems like Slark is very strong in the mid game. Now something, a pack, dark pack, everything. Berserker call spinning and get that jabs down. Not looking good. As I told you guys, Axe got 100% win rate in our Summit 7. This might be another game that Axe win. Who knows? Do you know that yesterday a game between Team Mineski versus Team WG. Mineski won the first game of the best of 3 series, but WG won the second and third game with Axe by Kangaroo. 100% win rate in the tournament for Axe. Let's see if he's going to strike again against the best team in Southeast Asia. That is the graph for now. That's the items update. Jesse Rash with a blink dagger. 3.3k gold in that black pocket. 500 gold away from the sacred relic. Spectre need to be very careful as well as members of Team Faces. That's why they gather up around Spectre. Make sure that he get his Radiance first. Once Spectre got a Radiance, it's gonna be quite easy for Team Faces. They just try to start a team fight, and then Spectre hunt down, killing everyone with a Radiance aura, and the Blind aura is really quite important now. But his teammate got caught, 2 down in only 1 fight. A double kill for Yacht. Yacht with a blade mail. 3 kills already for the Axe, and a lot of assists, I believe. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Ben is pushing the bottom tier 2 tower. Black King Bar is going to be the next item of Judge. That's quite situational items. You want to be safe from all the spells. No damage on that Julz. Slark. Julz on its way to a... Pretty sure it's gonna be Eye of Skydai. Oh man, so far I hate the team happy feet. Now it comes down to the team experience. I mean, if you are inexperienced, you tend to have failed the mid-game transition. Yeah, you might have the good early game, but it doesn't matter if you cannot end the game, right? And to end the game after a big lead in early, it requires a lot of experience. But no worries, because if you take a look at the lineup of Team Happy Feet, you know that they are not something new. They are all veteran players. Pushing top lane, gonna lead the army. Facing some obstacle wards. Oh, they're trying to hunt down the Black, but Black still got his spectral dagger, so it's fine. But they're gonna lose the top tier 2 tower. It will be hard for Axe to farm in his safe lane. Just got the tower. I really love it when he does with these guys. Do you think there would be someone who can remember every single tree in the game? Like, who can spot this is not the actual tree? Man, that guy is going to be a tree teacher. Like, a teacher that teaches kids about trees, I think. And now they got that Aegis. They know that all of team faces are at bottom lane, but they just want to raise the power. Faces is gonna come back. Here becomes some big fight happen. Drop some date board. Shooting a lot on that Crystal Metal. Tessie watch out ever get rid of that X-Line and jumped in Berserker Call on the sport. This guy will go down as well. Side was down by Julz. Meanwhile, top lane, a man fight between Lena versus Spectre. 1-on-1 and Ben got him. Well play by Team Happy Feet. What happened to Faces today? You know, they just lost to Team Evos. Faces Void. Lost to Evos Faces Void just now. And now they are about to lose to Axe. Yeah, it's too soon to say, you know, because Spectre is a very hard carry. Don't underestimate the power of Spectre in late game, especially just Faces need is just one big Superman RT and then Spectre hold down, and if they win the team fight, they pretty much come back. They need to control the lead. And they're gonna make sure that every time that they get an Aegis, they will get some tier 3 towers. It's an Elko Saber and an Aegis. Level 17. Trying to catch the monkey. Kill 2, die 6 for the monkey. Oh! Just one combo kills that Monkey King, but he might trade. Oh god! Using the U-Scepter to dodge the RP, a mistake made by Team Faces. A big mistake. Just spinning around, and it's a double kill for that Julz. That will definitely be a Barracks, even though that Madness bought back, but he doesn't have RP already. An airball RP coming out of one of the best RP heroes. I mean RP players in the world. Something. Yard's gonna go back to the tower, finish it off, get a Rax. Don't have to worry that much because that Julz still got an Aegis. Now he's down gone. Trying to use some ultimate. Wukong's command comes up, but it's just not gonna save them from that Slark. Walking forward, killing everyone. Here comes the Aegis. Ice fall, he bought back. Citrine Clutch come now. Next one is going to be Ice. I'm sorry, not Laguna Blade to finish off that Japs. Happy Feet's about to take the game one in only around 24 minutes. Seems like they picked the wrong hard carry this one. Spectre is too slow. And it's a GT called Team Happy Feet took game one in the Summit C first match today. We're gonna take a break for a few minutes, gonna shoot you guys with some ads, and then we will be back in game two.